You guys have something real between each other, right? Now, about a couple years down the line, you forget completely how long it took you to smash her, right? And now you're married to her. And now you have to leave for whatever reason for 3 days. And she's by herself. And old Larry at her job has really been on her. And she hasn't been happy with you lately. What you think is gonna happen? Hey, how's it going? This is Augustus from Ask a Wise Guy, and I'm about to get wise with you. Now, fellas, fellas. No, you know what? Let me get serious. If you read the title, you already know what's coming next. Man, this is a big topic here. Pen and pad. This, pen and pad, heavy game, gospel, but in the terms of Tupac, ghetto gospel. All right, because I'm gonna talk about a lot of street stuff. Everyone, this applies to everyone. But you know, we're seeing a lot of, even in white America, you know, we're seeing a lot of hood street stuff happening, and we see a lot of hood street issues, and even, you know, the majority, you know, even in their lives, everyone's going through this stuff right now, you know, and this has to be addressed. I know not everyone wants to be here, you know. Some people somehow, you know, most people, they enjoy their lifestyle regardless of how they live it. You know, gentleman, player, pimp, womanizer, whatever, and everyone's justifying their crap. You know, everyone feels proud about it. You know, yeah, I hit my girl, and well, I hope you don't do no time for that. You know, doing the time is gonna be the least of your worries. You know what they do to people in there for that? See? So we gotta address some stuff. Let's get into this. How to recognize the wife type, or how to recognize wifey, how to find wifey, how to recognize her. This is simple. This is so simple. It's gonna make your head spin, but you're seriously gonna sit down and think about this, because the answer's been under our noses for the longest. You know, I'm gonna start off with a little bit of Bible, all right, and let's get into this, because at the end of the day, this ain't my knowledge, this ain't my wisdom, it's God's, you know, and this is where we're gonna get this from. I'm gonna use a lot of terms, no profanity, but I'm gonna use some terms that we use today that are concerning really natural things, but it's gonna be real. I'm not holding back with y'all. So let's get into it. Genesis. Let's start with Genesis 3. All right, and you know what? Yeah, let me bring out the word for this one. Give me a second to get over here. So I was just gonna go off the top of the dome with it, but let me go ahead and read this with y'all. So let's go to Genesis 3. Yeah, those pages in the background, so you know I'm legit. Alright. Genesis 3. Actually, let's go to 2. 2, and let me see. Alright, let's go to verse 7. And the Lord God formed a man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. All right, let's jump down to verse 18. All right, and the Lord God said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a help meet for him," or a companion, a helper that's compatible, you know, with him, for him. All right, and let's jump down to verse 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of the ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from the man made he a woman and brought her unto the man. All right, now I only got 30 minutes in this video, but you know, when you get some free time, check out that whole passage. I'm talking chapter 1 all the way up to 4. All right, and not 4 or 2, but all the way up to 4. And you know what happened was Adam, he was working in the garden. That was his job. He was a gardener. And the Lord said, all right, you know what, it's not good for you to be alone. So let me make you a wife, and let me bring Eve to you. And if all of you know the story of Adam and Eve, you know how the story ended up. But Adam had a certain position before the Lord brought Eve to him. For one, he had a job. All right. Two, he knew his purpose. And three, he was given an assignment. See, because it's one thing for you to have a purpose, but it's another thing for you to not know your assignment. Like, for example, my purpose could be to help people, right? But I don't know what my assignment. I don't know if I'm to help people with money, if I'm to help them, help kids with retardation, if I'm to help, if I'm to help food dog testers. Yeah, that's a real job. I don't know what my assignment is, but I know that I have a purpose to help people somehow. So you have to know, you have to, in order for you to get that wife, you gotta have a job, you gotta know your purpose, and you have to know your assignment. All right, and that's for God to bring the wife to you. That's the full the full essence of receiving your wife. But the simple part, all right, I'm about to make this all simple for y'all. It's like this. You go to the mall with your homies, right? And I'm about to get real with y'all. You go to the mall with your homies, and y'all see some attractive women, see some beautiful women, and this is one of those days where everybody's out, and you're just seeing all types of beautiful women, and your homies are checking certain ones out. They tapping you. They're like, hey, check her out, hey, oh man, this one bad right here. Oh, 9 o'clock blue jeans, you know how we do. And you'll check her out, right? And if none of your other boys are, trying to get at her, and you're considering talking to her, there's going to be a couple of things that you're going to be considering. A couple of questions that you're going to be asking yourself. Not too many, but just a couple. And if you're a player, chances are that one of those questions are going to be, man, how long will it take for me to hit? That's one of the biggest questions any young male has when he sees a beautiful young lady. That's a, any young male that's a player, I'll put it like that. If you like having fun with women, you like enjoying your youth, that's a question you're gonna have. This is how you find a wife type, fellas. Alright? If you're a player, you're used to asking that question. If you're not a player, chances are you already know how to find the wife type. But keep listening, because this will help you even more, I'm sure. Now, if you ask yourself that question, you see her, right? And you think to yourself, you say, man, probably three dates at the most. Some it'll be, man, probably 3 days at the most. Some might say on the first day, or on the first date. I think I could get her on the first day, or first date, depending on the girl. It's like this. You get with that girl, right? Say, let's make it classy. Let's say 3 dates, right? You get with her, and you hit on the 3rd day. And for those that don't use Ebonics, I'll say say you're talking to this girl, and on the third date you have sexual relations. All right, that's for those that don't speak, modern terms. All right, that's what we're talking about here. And say on the third date, you get with her, and you hit, and eventually you keep talking to her. You guys get closer, and you end up marrying her. You guys have something real between each other, right? Now, about a couple years down the line, you forget completely how long it took you to hit, to smash her, right? And now you're married to her. And now you have to leave for whatever reason for 3 days. And she's by herself. And old Larry at her job has really been on her. And she hasn't been happy with you lately. What you think is going to happen? See, because you identified how long it'll take to get her when you first met her. See? What makes you think that's going to change because y'all got married? I got into a debate with a couple of my brothers, and the debate was, can women be loyal? They, in their mind they were saying, yeah, women could be loyal, yeah, but I told them, I said something that pretty much caused silence in the room. I said, women don't have the ability to be loyal. That's not what they're here to do. That's not what they were created for. Women were created to receive and to multiply. Ladies, do you know Cleopatra? I do. And I could bet you $100 that I could see her in you too. See, in the Return of Cleopatra, we're going to cover everything that you need to know in order to bring out that Cleopatra. See, what most don't know about Cleopatra is that she was the only queen that came from Greece, was a queen in Egypt and Rome. She was sexy, smart, and let's not forget, royal. See, most women today don't believe that they deserve to be treated like a queen. Some believe that they deserve more, and some simply just want something new. But in Cleopatra, we're going to figure out exactly what it is that you're looking for and how to get it. So make sure you subscribe and click on that beautiful yellow bell so that you know the second I drop something new. Can't wait to see you there. They were created to take something and make it better and then give it back to you. Or, if not make it better, just multiply, just make it bigger, make it better, make it make more of it and give it back to you. See, if you give a woman one word, she'll give you back 20. See, if you taught a woman how to do this, a lot of cats don't do this, but if you taught your woman how to invest, you give her $1, she'll give you back 20. Somebody say, I don't know about that. Well, you know, I can see why, because it's hard to see that today. It's very hard to see that today, but it's very true. It's a very biblical, ancient principle, you know. But let me get back to the point. That was that girl's number. You know, you married her and you left her for 3 days, just for 3 days to work, to, you know, do your job, right, or whatever. And you come back and you make love to her and she's shouting Larry's name. You serious? You cheated on me with the Larry? At least let it be a manly name, like, you know. I'm not saying Larry's not a manly name, but look, it's like a dude named Larry. You gonna cheat on me with a dude named Larry? Really? If there's any Larrys listening to this, I'm sorry, but you know, this is just an example. But yeah, man, yeah, this is real. So let's flip that. Let's say you at the mall with your homies, right? And you see a girl this time, and you know the homies are pointing around. They're like, man, she's bad. This one's bad, and you know, you could tell that they're not trying to talk to her. So you ask yourself the same question, the ideal, the famous player question. You say, man, I wonder how long it'll take me to hit. If you're thinking 3 days, that's her number. If you're thinking, man, I might have to date her about 9 times before I can hit with her. Man, it might take me 9 months. It may take me a year. If it even comes up in your mind, you say, man, I don't even know if I'll be able to hit. I'm not even gonna lie. This one is just the way she carries herself. I don't know. That's the wife type. That's wifey right there. That wasn't so hard, was it? It was very simple. Now you may hear that and you say, man, but come on, I gotta wait till I get married to hit. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. That's the wife type. The type of woman that you have to marry before you can hit. That's the whole objective. That's the whole game. That's the whole objective of getting out the game, so that you can get into the marriage one. That's what it's all about. You know, and me, I was on one page at one point of time in my life where, you know, I was just on, you know, smash anything, hit anything. Whoever's bad and she comes my way, it's going down. But reality hit. I got around my mentors again, you know, and they started pointing things out to me, showing me some things that I would have never been able to see on my own, and especially not from my peers. I'm sorry. If anything, they would get it from their mentors, and they'll give me the same game, but I would have to get around mentors to actually for it to click, for it to register in my mind, you know. But I realized the difference between a girl making you feel like, you know, feel good or just give you what you need, and a girl making you feel like a king. See, if you hear that, oh man, I gotta wait till I get married to hit, and you're thinking, man, that's impossible, I can't do that. Why would I sacrifice all these women just so I could go to bed to one every night? Because you haven't met a girl yet that was worth going to bed to every night. And some of us, we haven't even met, and I include myself, some of us, we haven't even met the type of woman that will be in your bed every night. See, so I can see why you would say, man, that's impossible. But you ain't never met a woman that could treat you like a king. See, it's a difference. It's a difference between a woman making you feel good when you're in that bedroom, and then a woman that makes you feel good 24 hours throughout the clock. And then once y'all get into the bedroom, it's like a fulfillment of what was happening throughout the whole day. For you to have pride in your wife. You see very few, you see all these dudes today killing their girls instead of dying for them. There used to be a day where men would have so much pride in their women. The women were so great that the men were willing to die for them. I'm not saying we should kill ourselves over women. I'm not saying that. But I do think it's noble enough to be willing to kill yourself, well, not kill yourself, but to die for your wife, to sacrifice yourself for your wife. I think that's noble. But a lot of us, we don't even know where to find a woman that's worth sacrificing ourselves for. She's out there, fellas. And she's that girl that you ask yourself, how long would it take for me to hit, and you can't come up with an answer for. That's her. That girl will be worth dying for. It's simple. The answer is right under our nose. But because of what the homies are telling us, because of what the stories that they're sharing with us, we can't see that. I've never heard now I'm keeping it real with y'all, alright? But I never heard a sex story where a homie, he said, yeah, she was amazing, man. It was, man, she was bomb. But, and then this is how he ends the story. He says, but I may end up getting STD because I didn't have no condom on, and I may risk getting STD, and I may have a kid by her and have to pay child support for the rest of my life, but it was worth it. You don't hear stories like that. Now, that'll kind of ruin the story, But this is that's reality. That's reality. And a lot of cats either fall into one of those categories. So eventually you have to get out the game. Fellas, if you in the game, this is my advice. I'm not telling you to get out the game now. I'm advising, and I really hope, I'm praying for y'all that you do. But I'm praying that y'all find the right one, and that you say, you know what, all these other girls ain't like this, I'm gonna make this happen. But I'm not saying that you have to right now. At least, if you don't get out the game now, at least study what you got to do in order to make it happen with the one that you do meet. In order to keep things going with the one, with wifey. At least have it in your mind that you'll get married someday. At least do that. You know, because when we just run around, you know, like a dog with his tail in between his legs, you know, it doesn't look so cool. It doesn't look. It's not the same as that pit bull. You know, that buff yoked up pit bull that, you know, he's just behind that cage and he's barking at anything that moves. It's a little different, you know. Which one do you want to be? Which one do you want to be? See, and you know, like I said, I'm keeping it real with you. I'm coming 100. You know, full force 100, and I'm putting the word in there so that y'all know that this isn't just me whistling Dixie. You know, I'm coming with some real stuff. This is biblical. These are biblical laws that if you follow them, you'll be set for life. And some of y'all, if you didn't catch this, just rewind this video, listen to this often. Just get it in you, you know. And remember, Adam, he had a job. You know, he knew his purpose, and he knew his assignment. He was given an assignment. I'll be doing videos on all of those things. All right, so just stay tuned. But you want to make sure that you at least have some of that in your life before you start going out to accept a wife in your life. You know. And like I said, when you see that one, she's bad, but you're thinking to yourself, man, I don't know if I'll be able to hit within a couple of months, you know, or within a couple of days, or however long, you know. I don't even know if I'll be able to hit, period. That's the wife, man. You just talk to her. You put your game to the test, your best game to the test, you know, and not to hit. Don't have it in your mind to hit. Don't care about that. Wait it out. Treat her like a queen, right? She'll treat you like a king, you know. And that's what you want to do. That's how you do this. Trust me. I know it may seem like torture. Like, man, a year? You usually got to talk to a girl for like a cool year before you get married. Not hit for a year? And don't cheat on her either. Don't you dare cheat on her. The Lord will make sure that the truth comes to the light, and you'll have to pay some way. You'll have to pay some way, and in the end, you will be saying, I wish I didn't do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You know, this is the difference between. And see, there's another thing that you do want to consider too. When you want to find, you want to learn how to find women like this. You want to learn how to discern, how to recognize when you see women like this. You know, one part of doing that is to understand. It's like this. There's a difference between being confident with the girl and being confident in picking a girl. There's a big difference. You know, if you're with the girl, any girl, and you use some confidence, you're gonna impress her. period. If you're a real player, you know that. But if you're confident in how to choose a girl, if you see certain women and you say, man, she too good for me, I'm gonna keep it moving. That's how you see yourself. You can't do that. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you say, man, I'm just another emulated seed, man. I'm just another seed. My father didn't want me. My mom's gonna make sure I remember that. Or do you look in the mirror and you say, man, my father is God, who wants some, who want to stop me from getting to my dreams. You could build a wall in front of me right now. That's not enough brick to stop me. You're gonna need some more brick. Is that how you see yourself? You go up to a girl then, and that same girl that you thought in your mind, you said, man, I don't even know if I'll be able to hit. If you're in a right mind, you'll say, man, I would love to make things work with this one. She looks like a girl that's worthy of taking home. I could take her home, and I could go to bed with her every night. That's a perfect girl to go to bed to every night. And that's my time. But I'm gonna pretty much go a little over, right? Because this is big, man. This is big. Man, when you have that mind state, when you have that mentality, when you have this gift in finding women like that, man, things just open up for you. Things are easier, and you'll find that one. You'll find wifey. These are basic principles, and it's been right under our nose for so long. And like I said, you could be with a girl, and you could take her to the bedroom, and she can make you feel good, right? And you could be thinking to yourself, see, because when you're with the girl that you're not with the wife type. And even in the bedroom, it's better when you're with the wife type. This is why. Because she may not have all the tricks in the book. She may not have all the, all the moves down, right? But when you're in that bedroom with her, you're going to be thinking, man, this is the best one I had, man. This one's cold. This one's bad. This is the best one I've been with. You're going to be pretty much glorifying her. But like I said, with the wife type, her whole thing is to make you feel like a king. That's her. If she'll be fulfilling her purpose as a wife, if she makes you feel like a king. So you take your queen to the bedroom. You're not going to be glorifying your girl. You will, but in your mind, you're going to be feeling like a king as you're making love with her. Because that's what a wife does. That's only what a wife can do. No thought in the world can make a man feel like a king. If anything, you'll need a number of women to make you feel like a king. But that's just on the surface. Because, that king gets to go to sleep to those women every night. Those women are going to be there in the morning when he wakes up. That night, the night after, and the night after. So that's how kings do things. But if you're just with a thought, if you're just with random women, they're not going to make you feel like a king. You need a queen in order to be a king. That's it, fellas. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna pretty much leave it at that. But man, just subscribe to this. Keep listening to these videos. Comment. Let me know whatever you want to hear on next. And I could keep going, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Just tell me what y'all want to hear next. All right. Like, subscribe, share this to everyone that y'all know. And man, much love. Stay wise.